Hey students, Pastor Luke here, daily devotion number 1. This week we're just going to be talking about the 10 commandments, breaking each of them down just to go a little bit deeper in our understanding of them. Today we're going to talk about the first 3. So if you haven't watched our Sunday night Bible study yet, go watch that. It kind of gives you an overview of the whole week. And then watch each day these devotions so that we can deepen our understanding of them. God requires obedience, and in His Word He gives us laws to obey. But these laws aren't restrictions on our lives. They're actually what He wants for our lives, and He wants the best for our lives. Jesus says in John 10:10 that He came to give us an abundant life. That's what these laws are here for, and we're going to break those down each day this week. The first 3 commandments say this. Number 1, do not place any other gods before me. Number 2, don't make for yourself idols and worship them. And number 3, don't misuse the name of the Lord. So let's break those down. Number 1, don't place other gods before me. First and foremost, God requires that we know and we trust Him as the only true and living God. And that's what's required for salvation, is our faith in that fact, that He is the only true and living God. So He's saying there, don't place anything above me or anyone above me. I should be your top priority. And that takes us to the second one. Don't make idols for yourself and worship them. An idol is anything that draws your attention away from God. And so when we place things that are in our lives, when we place them higher than God on our priority list, that's an idol. And that's making an idol higher than God on your priorities. Number 3, don't misuse the name of the Lord. When you say phrases like, oh my God, or Jesus Christ in frustration, that's profanity in God's eyes. That's taking the name of the Lord in vain, which is what He commands us not to do. What's the most important thing in your life? Is it God, or is it social media? Is it church, or is it video games? See, what you value is what you're going to make time for. If you don't really value your relationship with God, you're going to struggle to make time for it in your daily routine. God gave us these first 3 commandments to show us how we are to live in reverence and in awe of who He is and what He's done for us. We are to place Him as number 1 on our priority list. We are to cut out distractions from our lives so that we can focus more on Him. And we're supposed to speak His name properly and not in vain. As we go through these commandments each week, I want you to think through these things. That number 1, God gave us these commandments because He loves us and He wants what's best for us. See, when we follow God's word, we can have an abundant life. In John 10, verse 10, Jesus says, I have come so that you may have an abundant life. Think about those words today. Bye, guys.